Whenever the laws of any state are broken, a duly authorized organization swings into action. It may be called the state police, state troopers, militia, the rangers, or the highway patrol. These are the stories of the men whose training, skill, and courage have enforced and preserved our state laws. Probably the most crucial moments in law enforcement are those that bridge the gap between crime and pursuit. Because those moments may spell the difference between capture and escape, the Highway Patrol works constantly to close that all-important gap. And inventive criminal minds work constantly to widen it. In their efforts to widen the gap, Ben Yates and Orrin Wilkerson discovered that although a taxicab attracts attention, it defies detailed description. By substituting a taxicab for their own car, they developed a method for robbery so effective that time after time they left crimes that spanned many states.
That taxi gimmick was used about 14 times in the past 2 months. The average take is $3,000 a week.
Has to be the same two men, don't you think? All the descriptions are close.
Well, the MO is the same. Pick up a cab, get rid of the driver, use the cab for 2 or 3 quick holdups, abandon the cab and disappear.
And pop up someplace else and do it all over again.
Yeah.
How do you get the jump on a setup like that?
I don't know, but we better find out fast.
It's going to be nearly impossible to cover all those towns at once.
Yeah, I know. Matthews. What's that? All right, keep me posted. In Colby, a dairy, a lumber yard, and a store, all robbed within 30 minutes. Guess who?
.2110 to headquarters.
Go ahead, 2110.
I just located the cab used in those robberies in Colby. It's at Durbin Street at the west edge of town. Did you get any information on the driver?
Affirmative. We'll have the cab picked up. You are to get a complete report from the driver and bring it in as soon as possible. 10-4?
10-4.
What's the name of this town?
Menlo.
Yeah. I never can remember. We sure made good time getting over here from Colby, didn't we?
Better than I figured. That new stretch of road they put in since I was here last helped.
I sure gotta hand it to you, Yates. You really figured this operation down to a fine point.
That's what makes it pay off. How do we do back there in Colby?
Over $1,400.
That's pretty good. We'll relax here for a couple of hours and go out and do even better right here in Menlo.
Here's how they've been operating. They'll hit a town, this one, drive 60 or 70 miles, hit another one, then cross over the state line. They lay off for 4 or 5 days, then they hit another one. Here. Several hours later, another one, and then over the state line again.
So far, they haven't varied their MO. We're hoping they don't this time.
So according to their MO, as they were in Colby this morning, We'll probably expect to see them next somewhere in this area.
And now we're going to try something else.
In order to cover an area this large in a short time, we've broken it down into 3 zones. We picked a central location in each zone. Units can get from this central point to any other town in that zone in 10 minutes of hard driving.
All right, Kemper. You're responsible for the right. Reed, you take the left. I'll cover the center from here. Let me have the cab driver's report.
Don Rodman, cab driver in Colby, reports at about 9:30 this morning his dispatcher sent him to pick up a fare at a corner of the west edge of town. When he got there, 2 men were waiting. They got in and gave an address. Rodman made the routine radio call to his dispatcher giving the destination. When he finished, one of the men pulled a gun, forced him to turn around and take a back road in the opposite direction. Approximately 2 miles from town, they stopped. They had rope and adhesive tape in a paper bag. They took Rodman into some woods, tied him up, and taped his mouth. Then they left him and drove off with a cab. The farmer found Rodman an hour later.
During which time they robbed 3 firms, abandoned the car, and escaped with time to spare.
I found the cab later. They left it just 4 blocks from where Rodman had picked them up. Now, from that, we figure they had a car. They leave it behind and go back to it. But we have no idea what it looks like.
When these 2 move, they move fast. Our job is to find the community they work in. Before they start, not after they're finished.
I talked with a lot of the cab outfits today, and we have 3 things in our favor. First, the cab companies are very cooperative. Second, every cab in this area is controlled by radio. Third, each cab company makes up its own radio code.
From the report, we know these men let the driver call in the destination. What they don't know is the code word for destination. Now, this might be our tip.
Now, here's the plan. The suspects get in the cab. The driver recognizes them, calls in as usual, but instead of using his regular code word, he uses code Maggie, meaning the suspects are in his cab. The 2 men don't peg this, but the dispatcher does, then notifies us.
When a company reports code Maggie, move fast. You only have 30 minutes to work. You got anything to add?
Only that the whole operation depends on the cab driver. He has to recognize the suspects. So we made up a composite description from all previous reports.
We've got plenty of copies. Make sure every driver in your zone gets one. All right, move.
This Menlo's a pretty sleepy bird. You sure there's money here?
I haven't been wrong yet, have I?
No, not even once. Every time you come out of a joint with a wad, it surprises me.
I don't know why. I was on the road for 6 months keeping an eye on things, remember?
Peddling novelties. That's a laugh.
I didn't sell many novelties, but I got a close look at an awful lot of easy pickings, remember?
Yeah. What about now?
Wardwell's Hardware, Norrie's Jewelry, Crescent Bakery, 123. There's 2 cab companies in town, Redbird and Double K. We'll call Redbird.
From here?
No, we're out in Lake Street. Park the car and call from there. Find me an address on the south side.
How's 1822 South Portal?
That'll do. Ready?
Yeah.
Anything yet?
Not yet. The other 2 zones checked in. They're all set.
How we doing?
While the cab companies in Pittville and Glen Rock are alerted, Dennis briefed the Aston outfit. I told him to stand by there.
Well, the 2 in Menlo are okay.
Well, that's everybody.
Yeah, we're ready.
Redbird cab. The corner of Lake and Woodbine? Right away, sir. Redbird to Jerry. Pick up at Lake and Woodbine.
This is Jerry, Lake and Woodbine, okay.
He'll be along in a minute. Let's wait in the corner.
Remember the address to give him?
Yeah, 1822 South Portal.
Right. Here he comes.
1822 South Portal.
Was that 1822 South Portal?
That's right.
Jerry to Redbird.
Yes, Jerry.
Code Maggie. 1822 South Portal.
Highway Patrol Headquarters. Hurry, please. Highway Patrol. I have a code Maggie. Stand by, please. Mr. Matthews.
Yeah, what?
I just got the Redbird cab dispatcher from Menlo. She got a code Maggie.
Keep that line open to her. Have her keep in contact with the cab, but don't overdo it. I'll be there in 5 minutes. I'll verify and call you.
Right where I tell you. Turn here and head north.
No, he didn't answer. I understand. I'll be careful. Redbird to Jerry. Redbird to Jerry.
Matthews, Highway Patrol. Did you contact him?
No, he doesn't answer yet.
Try him again.
Redbird to Jerry. Redbird to Jerry.
Okay, this is good.
Redbird to Jerry.
I wish that dame would shut up. That's the 5th time she's called.
Forget it. Get out, you.
Yates, we better get that dispatcher off our backs.
What do you mean?
I mean answer her. She acts as though she knows something's wrong.
What does she want?
You'd like to know, wouldn't you?
You answer her. One funny move and you got a mouthful of slugs. Tell her you got a flat, that's all. Now.
Jerry to Redbird.
I had a flat.
That was Jerry, all right. But he doesn't sound normal. Oh, Mr. Matthews, I hope he doesn't do anything foolish. He's awfully hot-headed.
When the strange radio message from the missing taxicab was recognized as having been transmitted at gunpoint, there was no longer any doubt that the two gunmen had taken over the cab. The field of operation had been narrowed, but now the Highway Patrol had to pinpoint the cab's location and do it in a matter of minutes. Speed was the essential element.
Contact Dennis. Have him start searching around Menlo for the cab driver. Keep this line open.
Any further word from the driver?
Where'd you go to pick him up?
The corner of Lake and Woodbine.
Get out there right away. Car's got to be in that neighborhood.
Would the address they gave be of any help?
No, that'll be a phony. Wait a minute, what was it?
1822 South Portal.
1822 South Portal, South Portal. Let's see, Portal. That's in the south. We're going to start searching north. Miss Matthews, tell Dennis to search north of Menlo.
Redbird cab.
Don't accept any trips. Tell him your cabs are busy.
Sorry, all our cabs are busy. Try the double K cabs.
I want you to ground all cabs without tipping these two guys off. Now, the only Redbird cab on the move will be theirs. Can you do it for me?
Well, we could call a code yellow. That might work. Code yellow is go eat.
If you called all men, it might make them suspicious. How well do your drivers know each other?
Very well.
Suppose you did a code yellow to a non-existent driver. Do you think they might get it?
I think they would.
All right, let's see. Have you got a Stanley?
No.
All right, call him. You got a direct line to double K cabs?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. This is Matthews, Highway Patrol. Redbird drew code Maggie. We're grounding all their cabs. Have your drivers report any Redbird cab on the move.
Stanley.
Yeah, that's right.
Yellow.
Call Jerry again. Ask for his destination and code.
Redbird to Jerry. Redbird to Jerry. Redbird to Jerry.
What are you stopping for? There she goes again.
Jerry, code blue, please.
Code blue, what's that?
It could mean anything.
What'll I do?
Ignore it.
I don't like this. Why does she keep calling us? Nobody ever called us like this before.
How do I know? Maybe Jerry's a boyfriend. Come on, we got things to do.
Jerry, code blue, please.
Yates, maybe we better pass this town and move on to the next one.
No, we're gonna stick to the plan. Nothing's changed. We got a cab. The driver's not gonna blow the whistle.
Except that he's dead and that dispatcher's suspicious.
Jerry, I'm not receiving you. Your transmitter's out. Come in for checkup, please.
You hear that? Now, will you calm down?
Okay. Which place is first?
Norrie's jewelry store.
Don't tip your met. Fake business as usual. Use wrong names. I'll be at the car.
Redbird to Robert. Pick up at Country Lane in Woodside.
2150 to 2016. 2150 to 2016.
Bye.
Any luck?
Yeah, I think I found it. It's an out-of-state job. Service station sticker on the door frame says it was lubed yesterday in Colby.
Where is it?
It's parked on Lake Street, about 100 yards north of Woodbine.
Keep it under surveillance. I'll get the lab boys on it. 10-4?
10-4.
Redbird to Steve. Pick up at 310 River Street. Okay, Steve.
He won't report us. I locked him in the storeroom. Now, don't push. We got plenty of time.
Joe, interference on your last message. Please repeat.
There's another one.
Another what?
Another Redbird cab parked with no driver. That's the third one.
So what?
I don't like it. Something fishy about it.
Ah, cut it out.
Redbird to Carl. Pick up at Liz's laundromat.
Why are they all parked? What if we're the only Redbird cab running?
With all that chatter on the radio, use your head. Look, you got excited and you shot a guy. See, you're jumpy, okay. Don't turn yellow.
I'm not yellow.
Now, stop imagining things. We're gonna take Wardwell's hardware and then the bakery, just like we planned.
Okay. But what if they find the driver?
They won't find him for hours.
2110 to headquarters.
Go ahead, 2110.
Relay to 2150. I found the cab driver. He's dead. Been shot twice in the back. 10-4?
10-4. Give me the Redbird cab dispatcher.
What's that? Shot twice in the back. To all units, the taxi robbery suspects are now wanted for murder.
What's the matter?
The guy in the double K cab that just passed gave us a real hard look.
He's still going. Don't worry about it. Go ahead, the light's changed.
Alert all units, I want that area bottled up. Well, I suppose you heard they found Jerry. Call double K cabs. I think their driver should be warned.
Redbird cab. Mr. Matthews. Yes. Yes, thank you. A double K driver just spotted our cab.
Where?
On Mill Road, heading east on Crescent.
I'm on my way.
Highway Patrol, get going! Back to our car, fast!
Giving it all, Scout. Turn off. Here.
$50 units. 1199. My 1020, 900 Mill Road. I'm in pursuit.
.2016 to headquarters.
Headquarters, bye.
I'm answering the 1199 call. I'm just a block from there.
Let's get out of here. Our car's only a block from here, I know it. Right through here.
Let's go.
They're gonna make it to the street.
They're going for their car. It's just up the block.
How is he? I call headquarters. Tell them suspect's in custody. Cancel 1199. Oh, wait a minute. Tell them to cancel me, too, till I get a night's sleep, will you? You know, if they'd gotten away, would have been your responsibility?
Well, they got a bad break. Little motor trouble.
See Highway Patrol again next week. Until then, remember, reckless driving doesn't determine who's right, only who's left. This is Roderick Crawford saying, see you next week.
Whenever the laws of any state are broken, a duly authorized organization swings into action. It may be called the state police, state troopers, militia, the rangers, or the highway patrol. These are the stories of the men whose training, skill, and courage have enforced and preserved our state laws. Burglary is the alley cat of crime, wandering the night in search of prey. The Highway Patrol wages constant war against the common housebreaker, not only to protect the property of private citizens, but their lives as well. Experienced officers know that no matter how carefully a crime is planned, things go wrong. And all too often, the result is far worse, far more terrifying than burglary.
Hey!
Shh, kid. I won't hurt you.
Daddy!
Please don't, kid. I'm leaving.
Daddy! Daddy!
Don't do that, kid. I told you I wouldn't hurt you. I promised. Now, take it easy. I wasn't gonna...
Hold him, I'll call the police.
Oh, you don't, baby.
Give me this one. Leave me alone. Get out of here. Oh, honey, look out. Oh, be careful. No!
You should have kept your mouth shut.
Give me the highway patrol, please, quickly. Stay in your room, darling, please.
Highway Patrol, Lockwood.
This is Mrs. Redmond. We've been hurt very badly. Hurt very badly here. My husband stabbed. I've been hit.
Ma'am, what's that address?
It's...
Hello? What's that address?
Mommy, what's the matter?
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hello? What's that address?
What?
Tell them where we live.
1541 Camellia. I have to hang up now.
Emergency ambulance call. 1541 Camellia. Stabbing case. Get going.
Mommy, what's the matter?
Someone will be here soon. Try not to worry.
Mr. Matthews.
Mr. Matthews, this is Lockwood. I'm sorry to wake you up at 4:30 in the morning, but we just got a call I think you'll want to look into.
You should be sorry for waking me this hour. What is it?
A man's been stabbed. His wife's been injured, too.
Where is it? What's the address?
1541 Camellia.
Okay, I'll tell you what. You call Ken. I'll be right there.
Hi, Ken. This is Lockwood. There's been a stabbing at 1541 Camellia. You're supposed to join Matthews right away.
Is that better, Mommy? Is that...
Front door. Let them in, darling. Billy, be brave. Oh.
Quick, mister, my mom and dad in there.
finally did it.
Did what?
Sent me to a house full of people and a kid.
Marty, what are you talking about? Those people were off on vacation. I checked it.
Sure. The kid woke up, the guy woke up, his wife woke up. I had to get rough.
Marty.
What?
Marty, you didn't hurt anyone. Oh, but Marty, you said it would never come to that. You said it would always be clean and neat and nobody would get hurt.
Oh, look, don't blame me. You're the one who fouled up the detail. For a whole month, I've been waiting for this setup. And what do I get? Nothing. Not even a watch.
Sorry, Marty.
Oh, sorry.
But, Marty, it wasn't my fault. After all, people come home early from vacations. You know that. It had to happen sooner or later.
All right. The next setup has got to be it, understand?
The next? But you can't. The police will be looking all over for you. We gotta go somewhere.
I've got to go somewhere. But I can't travel now and pay later. I need cash. I might have to hold up for a couple of years.
Marty. Marty, you don't mean without me, do you?
Just at first. Can't take any chances. I'll get settled and then I'll send for you.
Okay.
Oh, come on. Don't look like that. I wouldn't run out on you. I couldn't. You know that. Now, you get with it. Find me a big house in a fancy neighborhood with lots of mink coats in the closets, okay?
Oh, Marty, why can't we unload that big diamond ring you picked up last week, huh?
Oh, you kidding? The fences don't want that piece of junk. Now, get going.
I'll be back later.
Okay. Attaboy, Billy.
Mom told me to be brave. I tried, but I'm scared.
You're scared? Look, I'm a policeman. I'm supposed to be brave. I'm scared all the time.
You are?
Yeah, I sure am. Do you know what bravery is? It's a man who's scared, but still does what he has to do. Do you understand what I mean?
I think so.
All right, Billy, why don't you try it?
How?
Tell me about the man who was here.
What about him?
Billy. Was he taller than I am?
I don't know.
Did he come to here? To here?
I don't remember.
All right, did you notice anything else? Did he have a mustache? Did he wear glasses?
He was very old.
Very old?
Like you and my dad.
Oh, very old like you and your dad.
I gotta find something.
Let's take a look.
Were you and your folks on a trip somewhere?
The mountains, but we had to come back last night. Mr. Macer got sick.
Well, who's Mr. Mazer?
The man who works in my dad's store.
Guess they came home too late, went right to bed without unpacking. You know, it could be the burglar wasn't expecting to find anybody here. I bet he's that vacation burglar we've been looking for. If he is, he's a lot more dangerous than we thought. And we don't even know what he looks like. No one's ever seen him.
No one? Billy has.
Fearing that the man known as the vacation burglar would kill again to avoid capture, the Highway Patrol concentrated on its only source of information, a bewildered, frightened boy only 8 years old.
Now, come on, Billy, let's go, huh? Just from here on. He's going to be the house to take care of you. Now, come here, will you?
How's my mother?
Your mother's fine. Don't worry about it. Look, tell me one thing, will you? The guy was wearing a blue shirt, right?
I think so.
What about his pants? Were they blue jeans, gray, slacks, what? What was he wearing?
I don't know.
All right, then let's start from the top. What about his hair? Was he bald? He had blonde hair, white hair, what? Gray hair, anything?
I don't remember.
You don't remember. What? Oh, I see what you mean. All right, now look. I want you to go through these for me. These are not comic books. See if you can find the guy we're looking for, will you?
Okay, Billy, sit down here. I'll look it over real good. Take your time.
Here's an additional APB. Get it out.
Talk to the hospital. The boy's mother is still unconscious. She took a hard, nasty blow in the head.
What are her chances?
Doc says fair, but you won't be able to talk to her for several days.
Okay, thanks.
Headquarters to all units. Headquarters to all units. More on that last APB.
Billy, just check with the hospital. Your mother's in good shape. You got nothing to worry about.
When can I see her?
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll promise you this. Tomorrow.
Okay.
All right, come on. Keep looking. What about the vacation burglar?
But, Mark, I have a much better way of raising some cash.
How?
Selling some of the stuff we've already got. You know, like that big diamond ring, for instance. Now, look, I know I could find some sucker who wouldn't know it was a bad stone.
Oh.
Advertise?
Are you kidding?
No. As a matter of fact, I went out this morning and put up some notices on the market bulletin boards. Oh, now, look, Marty, take it easy. I gave them my phone number and no address. I'll take the ring to the customers. There won't be any trouble.
I still want a setup. I'd like to have at least $5 grand more than I've got.
$5 grand?
Won't be cheap. Sending for you and living it up the way we want to.
Well, as long as you put it that way. Okay. Marty, do you have to have the gun?
Yeah, I might.
How you doing, Billy?
Good.
Just the one right here?
No. But I remember one thing.
What is it?
His hair smelled like my electric train.
Smell like what?
My electric train.
Electric trains.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You keep looking, huh? Oh, what do you got?
Well, I found 2 diamond rings advertised, a mink coat, 4 wristwatches. I checked them out. They're all on a level.
It's got to be going through a fence.
Yeah, I guess so.
Let me see. Diamond ruby ring. Star sapphire, diamond bracelet. 6 burglars. We haven't got a lead.
Say, what about those bulletin boards?
What bulletin boards?
Yeah, the ones in the markets. They're plastered with ads. Sometimes you see some real good bargains.
Oh, I know the ones you mean. Rooms to rent, cars for sale. Come on, let's check them, huh?
While the Highway Patrol searched frantically for an opening in the case, the planning of a new burglary was in progress. Posing as a door-to-door saleswoman, Blanche Hudson invaded a neighborhood where she knew there would be, as her partner had put it, plenty of mink coats in the closets. The usual signs indicated that the occupants were out of town, but there was no way of telling when they might return.
All right, brother, here's... When you wake up, there's another one.
Heavy spot on one of these circulars. Oh, fell asleep, huh?
I sure did.
What are we going to do? He's our only chance. Can't let that killer run around loose.
Weren't you a kid once? You remember?
Mr. Matthews, I think we got something. Here's a rundown of some of those market bulletin boards. The diamond ring advertised and marketed on River Road. The same one advertised and marketed on Maple Avenue. And again, it marketed at 5 Points. The description matches this one here on the stolen property list.
Yeah, I see what you mean. You know, they all have the same phone number. Let's check them out, huh? His aunt should be home by now. All right, wake him up and take him home.
Billy? Go on, you can go home now.
I guess I got sleepy.
That's a gross understatement. I want to say you've been a great help.
Mr. Matthews, was I brave enough?
Braver than we are, believe me. Can I come and see you tomorrow?
Okay.
Right.
Come on, let's go.
Hello?
Hello. You're the person advertised about that diamond ring?
Yeah, that's right.
Look, I'm Harvey Simmons. I'm very interested. I'd like to get it for my wife. What are you asking for it?
$750. It's a perfect blue-white stone. You see, it belonged to my mother. She died recently, and, well, frankly, I need the money.
Well, I'm sorry to hear about your mother, but $750, that seems like a lot of money. Look, give me your address. I'll have my wife come over and take a look at it.
Oh, well, that won't be necessary. I'll bring the ring over to her house.
Well, Mrs. Simmons is out shopping today. That's going to be much easier to go to your house.
Well, as a matter of fact, I'm going to be out all day myself. Perhaps I could meet her somewhere.
Suggest someplace.
Well, how about the corner of Cochran and Loring at 2 o'clock?
Loring and Cochran, 2 o'clock? Right, I'll tell her.
Fine. By the way, my name's Miss Hudson, and I'll be driving a red convertible with the top down.
A red convertible with a top down.
Incidentally, what'd you say your name was again?
I told you, Harvey Simmons.
Fine. Well, thanks for calling, Mr. Simmons.
Thank you very much.
Policewoman Parker's available. Should I get her for your wife?
As fast as you can. There she is. Take it easy now.
Anything special other than you've told me?
No. Good luck.
Miss Hudson? Yes?
I'm Mrs. Simmons. My husband called you this morning about the ring?
Yes, here it is.
And how much did you say you wanted for it?
$750.
It's a beautiful ring. It's just stunning. But I'm afraid that's a little higher than I want to go.
Well, you see, my mother paid $1,500 for it originally.
Well, I'll see what my husband says. And I'll get back to you.
All right. But look, don't wait too long. I've had a lot of calls about it.
Well, I'll try and phone you tonight. And thank you for showing me the ring. Bye.
Bye.
you got hit. How bad is it?
It's all right, don't worry about it.
I'll call in. 3016 to headquarters.
Headquarters by.
Suspect has been apprehended after a gunfight. Send an ambulance and coroner. Our 1020 is Berry Street, 3 blocks east of Highway 6. 10-4?
10-4.
He works in the hospital on Billy's mother.
Yeah, she's gonna be all right. 10-4?
Good. 10-4. Little Billy's mother's gonna be all right.
What am I going to do now? He was all I had.
What's Billy Redmond going to do without his father? See Highway Patrol again next week. Until then, remember, if you care to drive, drive with care. This is Bradley Crawford saying, see you next week.
Whenever the laws of any state are broken, a duly authorized organization swings into action. It may be called the state police, state troopers, militia, the rangers, or the highway patrol. These are the stories of the men whose training, skill, and courage have enforced and preserved our state laws. One of the most critical problems faced by police is that in which armed and desperate criminals are cornered, but not yet captured. The Highway Patrol faced 2 such men. So precise was their split-second timing that in September and October of last year, the team accomplished 8 daring major robberies. The report received at Highway Patrol headquarters was quickly relayed to units patrolling nearby and to Dan Matthews and Sergeant Williams. Within minutes, patrol cars began to converge on the area.
Cops, already. We gotta get out of here. More of them. Come on, this way.
closing in on us, Steve.
Yeah. I can't take much more of this running.
Me neither. What's that, a hospital?
Hey. Maybe we can take one of those cars.
I'll see.
Oh, kid. It's too late to try for a car.
What are we gonna do?
I don't know.
Not a chance to go very far on foot.
This whole place is surrounded now. The men are moving in towards the center. You go in over there. We're going in here.
Watch yourself. They killed the cashier, they tripped the alarm, and shot the watchman. They won't be easy.
I know. Steve, we don't stand a chance out in the open like this.
Yeah. We gotta get out of sight. Come on, we're going inside.
Inside? Where?
The hospital. We can lay low in the basement maybe till it gets dark. Come on.
You men aren't allowed in here.
Get up and come over here.
What is this, a stick-up?
Yeah, frisk him.
You're making a mistake. There's nothing down here but machines. What do you want, anyway?
Peace and quiet. Cooperate, you won't get hurt. Make one peep and I'll drop you. Anybody else due to show up here?
No, except a night man, and he comes on duty at 8.
It's going to be dark by then. Go on over and sit down. We're going to keep you company. Go on, get going. Let's see how we made out.
Well, if they start a fight, I hope they started right here.
Yeah, they're getting those big homes along Front Avenue. It'll be kind of tough. Hey, here comes Larrabee. Something must be up.
They've been spotted. They're in the hospital.
Are you sure?
A man at the holdup followed them when they ran. He kept them inside all the way.
You mean you saw him go in the building?
And he came looking for us. I left him back there.
We'll go over. You get some men around the building. Keep it down. Don't start a panic.
Yeah.
I'm going to find the doctor in charge. Keep an eye on things till Williams gets here.
Right.
This way they went in?
That's right.
You better cover the back. Stay here.
Mr. Matthews?
That's right.
The receptionist called, said you wanted to see me. I'm Dr. Potter. Won't you come in?
Thank you. Doctor, we need your help. We're pretty sure there are a couple of killers hiding in this building.
Here in the hospital?
Yeah, they pulled a robbery a little while ago, killed one man and wounded another. They came through that grove in the back, around the side, and in the side door.
But why here?
Any port in the storm, they were cornered.
What can we do?
Look, Doc, we got to find them. They're armed. They won't be afraid to kill again.
Then you intend to search the building?
That's right, with as little noise as possible, but we need your help.
It's going to be okay, Gabe.
Yes? I'll send them in. 2 of your officers are here.
Oh, fine.
Men are moving to position.
Good. Well, Doctor, this is Sergeant Williams and Patrolman Larrabee.
How do you do, sir?
Doctor?
Doctor, our men have surrounded the building. There's one thing working in our favor. I don't think these guys want trouble. I think they want a quiet place to hide. I think you and I ought to visit the wards. My men will check the basement.
Good. You men will need a set of keys.
No, that's all right. We'll just check what's open right now. If we don't find anything, we'll dig deeper. Now, look, we just want to find these guys. We want to fight them unless we have to. Have you got it?
Okay, we'll be careful.
Right. Come on, Doc, let's go.
All these gadgets working okay?
Of course they are.
How can you tell? Get over and check them. I don't want anything going wrong that might attract attention.
Cops,
2 of them. There's another one.
What are they doing?
Just waiting. They were staking out the place.
Get Steve's up, bud. It's no help to you.
How did they know we were here?
Maybe they're guessing.
Yeah, maybe searching the place. Take a look out in the hall.
Steve, they're right out there in the hall. They're in the boiler room and they spotted us. You tell Matthew.
Don't make a sound. They bust in, you get it first. They see you?
Yeah, we're in for it now. They can hit us from 2 sides. We can't hold out in here.
Maybe a lot longer than you think.
Well, there's still the surgery and laboratory.
And the lab's a possibility.
They're down in the boiler room. They know we saw them.
Pass the word along. How many men you got in your boiler room crew?
1 man, the engineer, Logan.
They're probably holding him as a hostage.
From the hospital standpoint, they couldn't have picked a worse room.
What do you mean?
Well, it's called the boiler room, but actually it's much more than that. It controls not only heat and water, but the ventilating system and all our entire electrical power. They can cut off the oxygen tents, incubators. Why, they can do a disastrous amount of damage from that room if they discover it.
They'll discover it.
Dan Matthews and men of the Highway Patrol studied the problem of capturing the killers cornered in the hospital boiler room. Steve Dorn already was planning how to exploit his capacity for destruction in a bargain for freedom.
That's the patients I'm worried about. Some of the cases can't be moved. Even the noise of a gunfight could be dangerous.
What about tear gas?
No, that's out. The blowers are down in the basement. We'd have tear gas coming through every vent in the hospital.
What's the worst that happens if the power gets cut off?
Well, it depends. I've canceled all but emergency surgery. There's a boy in an iron lung.
All right, get ready to put that on battery. Brief the rest of your staff. These 2 guys are trapped and they know it. You can't tell what they'll do.
In retaliation? Why, they could explode the boilers.
Can we turn off the fuel?
No, there's a 3-day supply held for emergency in a tank down there.
We don't have to worry about that for a while. You guys take another look. Send for your doctors and nurses, will you?
Jumpy. Why don't they start?
Because they don't know where to start, which is just fine.
Yeah, I know. So is Johnson. All right, you put them in position. Let me know when the stuff gets here. I'll be inside.
Okay.
Okay, what's this?
Pressure.
How long does it take to get it up to here?
Can't get up that high. The safety valve opens.
Suppose it got stuck.
Can't stick.
Can't? I've heard of boilers blowing up. What's all that stuff over there?
Switches, circuit breakers.
Hey, you. They wouldn't want to see anything happen to you or all this, would they? Go on over and sit down.
you after? An education?
It'll get us out of here without any bullet holes.
You better ask those cops first.
Don't tell those cops. We'll make a deal. A building full of sick people depending upon all this stuff, and us get ready to smash it all. We'll sit up and listen.
Yeah, it might work.
It will work.
You need the floor plan of the boiler room. Oh, they got a phone down there?
Only one of them's come out so far.
Look, there's an orderly. What's he doing out here?
He's gonna get himself killed.
Hey, you! Get back! Get back!
It's a trap. There's a patrol car over in the trees.
All right, move the men back into position.
What's wrong?
Looks like they saw us. They went back to the boiler room. See if they got that floor plan yet, will you? Call all units. Get them here in the double. You and Larrabee come in here.
Well, it's wide open.
Tie down the safety valves.
There's no way to do that.
You better think of a way, Logan, and fast. This time they'll know we mean business.
All right, here are the boilers, right here. Power panels over here. Now, don't risk a shot too far to the left. That's all you have to worry about.
Right.
Say, what's this out here?
And that's a pipeline of some kind. Wait a minute. Take a look. It's a whole bunch of them. You got water, power, and the phone cable. It's the works right here.
That sounds like a tunnel.
It runs right from the boilers right out to the street. Take a look where it comes out in the boiler room, right here. Now, if we can get one of them to go to the phone.
That'll be a shot for Larrabee. And if at the same time we can decoy one of them over toward this outside door, I'll be right behind him in the tunnel.
Ken, you just volunteered.
Yeah, I guess I did at that.
Now see if you can locate the manhole. I'll see what I can do from here.
We're getting live steam from some of the hot water faucets.
Help! There's a kid in an iron lung upstairs.
We should have thought of that.
Emergency generator?
Yes, that's what it is, all right. They can knock it out any time they choose. We've got to get them out of there.
Doc, this tunnel. What covers this end in the boiler room? Can it be opened from inside the tunnel?
It's just a panel in the wall. I can't remember.
Well, we're going to have to take a chance on it. See if you can find somebody who knows something about it, will you? Matthews.
Listen, we're gonna die anyway, so we intend to take along as many as possible. The boilers are going full blast, and the safety valves are bolted down. It'll be a terrible mess when it blows, and it's your responsibility. You got a few minutes, copper, so think fast and call me back.
We're about set. Larrabee's gonna be in the other end of the line. I'll be here, and you'll be in the middle.
We're gambling you can open that panel from the inside.
Well, I hope we're lucky.
All right, you won't be able to talk in there. But tap on your mouthpiece when you get to the panel. Repeat when you see a target.
Okay.
You got that too, Larrabee?
Ready here.
Larrabee, you got an angle on that boiler room phone? How is it?
Open and dead center.
Well, I haven't heard from Williams yet. Stand by.
Quit making a deal. Hello.
You win. Turn out the boilers. I pulled all my men away. You're free. You can go now. We won't try and stop you.
You tried to trap us before. How do we know you're telling the truth?
Just take my word for it.
Okay, take him and go check the door.
Fire!
Okay, on your feet. Turn around against the wall.
Well, everything's okay downstairs. How is it here?
Now, one complaint, an ulcer. She demands you stop cars from backfiring in a hospital zone. It's nerve-wracking.
Well, she's got a point. Tell her we'll work on it, will you? See Highway Patrol next week. Until then, remember, leave your blood at the Red Cross or your community blood bank, not on the highway. This is Broderick Crawford saying, see you next week.
Whenever the laws of any state are broken, a duly authorized organization swings into action. It may be called the state police, state troopers, militia, the rangers, or the highway patrol. These are the stories of the men whose training, skill, and courage have enforced and preserved our state laws. The fight against crime is a never-ending series of battles. Even when one skirmish has been won, the law must prepare for another. On the 10th of last month, the Highway Patrol formulated a daring plan to try and apprehend the unknown members of a crime ring by offering its jailed leader as a bait for a kidnapping.
Williams back from upstate yet?
Yes, he's in the lab.
Have him come into my office.
Right.
See if you can get me an appointment with Johnson after 4 o'clock. Right.
Hi.
Hi, how are things in Somerset?
Oh, normal. Something going here?
Yeah, we got an assignment. We're taking Wilson to the state pen tomorrow.
I heard that on the news a little while ago. I was surprised it leaked out.
Oh, it didn't leak out. We gave it out.
I thought with somebody as important as Wilson, we try to keep it a secret.
Well, how much you know about Wilson?
Well, he's supposed to be one of the top crime bosses in the country. Been after him for years. The details, not much to know about him.
Well, let me tell you, in 10 years, he built a syndicate that controlled everything from narcotics to the numbers racket. And he didn't do it by himself.
Yeah, he's the only one of the gang we're able to get. The rest of them are still running around loose.
That's who we're after. That's why we publicize this. So they'll know in advance we're going to pick Wilson up. We hope they go for the bait.
Well, that's pretty risky, isn't it? Especially if the man with us is really going to be Wilson.
It's got to be Wilson. The gang wouldn't make a move unless they knew for sure it was. Now, it's a risk, but a calculated risk. I'm going to take you for a ride. You might find it interesting. Come on.
You got them all?
Same story, all the papers.
Condemned gang chief Ted Wilson to be driven to state penitentiary tomorrow to await execution. Finally, the last link in our plan when they take him. Funny thing the cops tell us and save all our snooping.
Now, I wonder if it is so funny, Ellie. Look over here, all the details that they're given. Look, be leaving at 9 o'clock in the morning. Where was it? Yeah, here. They'll be driving them in a highway patrol car. No, I don't like it. I don't like the way it looks.
What do you mean?
Well, remember at the court, all the precautions they took? Well, you think we were going to go right in and pull Ted right out of the courtroom, right? Well, doesn't stand a reason now. They got to drive him over 20 miles from the county jail to the state pen. They'd even be a little more careful, huh?
I don't know. They publicized these things before. There's only one route they can take. Maybe they figure since nothing happened, there's nothing to worry about.
Look, Ellie, let's face reality, huh? The coppers knew there was a gang involved in Ted's operations, huh? Now, this thing strikes me as if they're trying to walk us into a nice little trap.
What are you driving at, Al? Do you want out of this?
I didn't say that, did I, Ellie? Nah, the boys are with you. You know that. Ted's our boss, our friend. We want him out as much as you do.
Not quite as much as I do. He's my husband. I love him. The only reason you're trying to help him is because you know what a threat he is. If he reaches that death house and you haven't tried to help him, he's gonna talk. And when he talks, that means you and Frank and all the other guys are gonna end up in the same place.
Okay, so it's out in the open. Okay, we gotta help him to save our own neck, we admit it. But look, Ellie, what possible good is it gonna do, Ted, if we're in a trap?
That's just the chance you're gonna have to take. They don't know our plan. That's the main advantage we have over them. Or don't you like the plan either, Al?
Plan's all right, Ellie. Look, you're running things. If you're willing to take a chance on a spot like that, it's okay with me.
If the cops are going to expect an ambush, this is one street they won't be looking. It's those deserted spots out of the country. That's the ones they're covering. Look, I don't want to be late for visiting hours. As soon as I've seen Ted, I want to go over everything again. It'll take us about 2 hours. I'm going to get my coat now.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, you want everybody?
Yeah. You get that, will ya?
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, Frank.
Yeah, Al. Ellie told me to check in. I just want to know what's cooking. Anything I should know about?
You read the newspapers, huh? The coppers couldn't have been more cooperative than if they were working for us.
Yeah, that's what scares me. They guarded that guy so much during the trial. Maybe it's a trick.
Look, I've gone all over that ground, Frank. Ellie's made up plans. Yeah, she's right here now. She's set.
Got more nerve than I have. The more I think about it, Al, now, this is ridiculous. Can you talk?
No.
Well, I can. All we should be thinking about is our own necks. If Ted talks, we're dead. We gotta make sure that he doesn't.
Good point. Yeah, good point, Frank. I'm glad you like the plans. Yeah, I think we're a cinch to grab them off. Frank, how about having the boys up here in about 2 hours? How we want to check over all the plans again? Yeah, right.
What's the matter? Trouble with Frank?
Trouble with our boy, Frank? Nah, he thinks the plan's great. You know, Ellie, I've been thinking maybe you've been right all along at that. Yep. I'm pretty sure we can bring this off just the way you expect.
We will.
Well, this looks like a good spot.
Yeah, a good spot for an ambush. We'll probably have to slow down coming around that curve. You're right about here before we pick up speed again.
That's why I put it down as our first hazard.
Yeah, they got Regas from both sides of the road. Probably have a car stashed up ahead on that turn.
Yeah, maybe, but the whole thing looks too good to me.
How do you mean?
Well, it's too obvious. These are smart guys we're dealing with. If they figure it's good enough for an ambush, they know we'll be expecting it. Come on, let's take a look around.
Hi, Ted.
Hi, Ellie. That hat new? I don't remember that.
What am I going to do with you? You never remember anything. Did you get my package?
Oh, yeah. Thanks, Ellie. They're taking me tomorrow.
I know. I saw it in the papers. Can we talk?
Go ahead.
Everything's all set. It'll take about 20 minutes to get to the plane.
20 minutes. It'll take the cops that long to get an organized search underway. You sure about the pilot?
He can be trusted.
Good. Men all lined up?
Every one of them.
What about the plan? Do they think well of it?
Good. Frank thinks it couldn't be any better.
That's good.
The only one I had any trouble with is Al.
How do you mean?
Gee, honey, you know I'm going to do the best I can.
What do you mean about Al?
He figured because it was in the paper we were moving into a trap.
Just tell him you might be. But he doesn't have much choice. When I land in the state pen, I call for the warden and turn state's evidence. Maybe I'll still burn, but still help me. I won't be alone.
Okay, honey, okay. Take it easy. He understands.
I'll remind him.
Okay. I've got to cut this short. I've got a lot of things to do. Don't worry, honey. If everything turns all right, we'll be on that plane tomorrow at this time.
I'm not worried. Not as long as you're handling it.
I love you, Ted.
That goes double for me. Take care of yourself, Ellie.
Anything over there?
No, nothing.
Nothing here either. Did you notice that cemetery a few miles back?
Yeah, I did. That's been bothering me.
Me too.
Be pretty natural for a hearse to be going in or coming out as we drove by, and no trouble to hide 4 or 5 guys inside it.
Yeah, that's what bothers me. Let's go back and check the cemetery against our timetable. See if they got any funeral schedules. Come on, let's go.
All right, sit down, boys. This is the last chance we'll have to go over everything. Let's take it from the top. Al?
Okay. Tomorrow morning, 7:30, Bud and Frank meet Leo with the station wagon. Then they come over here and park by the curb next to the manhole. Start taking the junk out of the back. Road barriers, 2 toolboxes, and oh yeah, Leo drives over to 8th Street and waits.
The barrier. It's the real thing.
The real thing. It's the one we picked up last week from the gas main job, right, Leo?
Now, everything's going to depend upon this first call from the phone booth near the courthouse. Then I'm going to bring him out this way, swing on into the street, take a right. Joe's got to be able to make a positive identification. We've got to know beyond any doubt that Ted's in that car.
Joe will be by the phone. When he makes the identification, he'll be calling us within seconds.
We've got 15 minutes to get from the courthouse to the barricade. That gives us plenty of time to get ready. Stick to the snub-nosed 38s. That's all you'll need at this close range.
Okay, boys? Well, then we just wait for your signal.
And make it look real when you're waiting. As if you guys are working down there in the manhole. Now, when the cops come out.
Wait until the car's alongside of us, and then Frank and the boys take care of the cops on this side.
Okay. Al and I'll take care of them on our side. Herb, you get in the car, take Ted out, take him down into the manhole. Have you memorized the underground map?
Memorize it. I'll bet I could find my way through every sewer in the city blindfolded.
Now, after you're down there, which way do you turn?
8th Street. It's marked down there.
Now, you'll have to hurry. You won't have more than 5 minutes, boys.
We can make it. I've checked it. Leo will be waiting there with a station wagon. We put Ted in, and that's it.
Okay, boys, that's all. You can go home now. But keep in touch in case I need you.
Good night, boys. You still set on that insurance office?
Perfect setup. Just the old man, practically. No street business. He's got a phone and a back door for my getaway.
You want to take it over tonight?
No. He might have a family or friend. Somebody will miss him if he doesn't come home.
What happens if he doesn't open up tomorrow morning on time?
Not a chance. For the last 4 mornings, 8 o'clock sharp. Hasn't varied 1 minute.
Good for him. Well, anything else you can think of?
Oh, I don't know. We'll just keep going over the diagram until we know every single move. This thing has got to work with split-second precision. We don't want to get caught up in the traffic at Ponce intersection.
Well, those are the main routes. What do you think?
Well, we got 11 main hazards. They couldn't very well try anything around here.
Well, we can't be sure. But if they did, their big trouble would be getting away. They get jammed up in traffic and we'd catch them. I think they'll pick one of those deserted spots on the highway. Come on, let's go.
Highway Patrol was ready. As far as was humanly possible, everything was in order. The trap was set and baited.
Morning. Everything all set?
Ready and waiting.
Call Captain Bellum, county jail for me, will you?
Right.
Well, I had a unit cover the route at dawn, sort of a last dry run. Everything looked all right.
There's one thing we haven't discussed at all.
What's that?
They might find it impossible to grab Wilson. If that's the case, they're going to try and kill him.
That's a real booby trap for us.
Yeah, well, the advance units are going to alert us if anything unusual happens. From then on, we're on our own. Matthews. Okay, put him on. Good morning, Captain Bellum. We're all set. It's about 8 o'clock now. Could you have Wilson ready at 8:55? We'll pick him up then, huh? Right, thanks a lot. Okay, let's get started. How you feel?
A little jumpy.
Me too.
Everything's working out real fine.
Yeah, I know.
Ellie, there he is.
Yeah, right on the dot.
Shall we?
No, let's give him a minute. Okay.
Good morning. Don't say a word. Come on, get up. Get up, come on. That's it. Now let's go in the back. There's going to be no trouble.
You got him in the back. Joe, the number here is Central 07896. Got it? Right.
Okay, got him tied and gagged.
Okay, get over to 8th Street and make sure Leo's all right. And be sure you park the car as close as you can here to the office.
Okay. Frank, I'll look up. The others below? Just listen. I don't think it's going to be quite as easy to grab Ted off as Ellie thinks. I kind of got a hunch the cops have set this up all for our benefit.
That's what I was trying to tell you yesterday on the phone.
Yeah, I know, but I couldn't talk then. The way I see it, we're probably going to have to knock Ted off. And the cops with him.
It'll be a lot easier.
Think you can get Bud to go along with us on it?
There's no trouble there. He feels the same way. Just so long as Ted doesn't talk. That's all that counts.
Okay, let's just make sure that's the way it goes.
We will.
Wilson, is he ready? Did you get him, please? Put your hands against the wall.
What's the matter? Don't you trust the guards? They already searched me once.
Cuff him. Okay, let's go. Let me have that mic. 2150 to headquarters.
Headquarters by.
Have prisoner in custody. From now on, keep your fingers crossed. Stand by.
10-4. 3212. Proceed as directed. Headquarters to 2150. Proceed as directed. Headquarters to 3615. Stand by.
2150 to headquarters. Proceeding as planned. 10-4.
Yeah. You're sure Ted was in the car? Just one car? You're sure? How many cops? Okay, now call Pete. Just talked with Joe. They're on their way. One car, two cops. Ted's in the back with them.
Yeah?
I see they should be here in 12 minutes. That'll be 9:15.
Headquarters to 2150.
This is 3016. By?
Escort units in position. Proceed as directed.
Now starting motor trouble. We'll pull into garage in 1 minute.
10-4.
Take it easy, boys. Shouldn't be too much longer now.
You know, it's 8 minutes after 9.
Yeah. What is it, Pete? Okay, I'll hang on.
What's the matter?
Pete says the cops just pulled into a garage on Bronson Street. Yeah, Pete. He says it looks like they have motor trouble.
Yeah, looks like a switch.
Look, Pete's close enough to see. There's nothing we can do but wait. Yes. You're sure? Were you close enough to see? Okay, thanks. The car just left the garage. Pete said Ted was in it.
Was he positive? They could have pulled a switch.
Pete said Ted was in it. Let's go.
Any minute now.
Headquarters to 2150. Caution.
2150 standing by.
Report from advanced unit. Gas company street barrier erected on Ponce Street. Not listed on 5 a.m. dry run. Also negative on city's advanced report on street repair. We're checking repair department now to see if it might be an emergency.
Look, I don't want to wait too long. They've been watching us. A delay might scare them off. Let's proceed as planned. Advise when ready. 10-4?
10-4. Headquarters to 3412 and 3216. Converge on gas company street barrier. Advise when in position.
$9:15. No sign of him.
They lost a little time in the garage. They should be here any second.
2150. Units in position. You may proceed. 10-4?
10-4.
Okay, man, come on, let's go. They're coming. Up you go.
Okay, Al, here they come. Let him have it.
Okay, drop it. Come on.
Headquarters to 2150. Headquarters to 2150.
2150, bye.
Report from the state penitentiary. Wilson safely delivered by helicopter.
Okay, we got that.
Oh, another thing. On that street barrier. Negative report from emergency street repair.
Oh, that's just dandy. It's better late than never. Come on, let's go. See Highway Patrol again next week. Until then, remember, reckless driving doesn't determine who's right, only who's left. This is Roderick Crawford saying, see you next week.